Okay, so today we're going to get into something super practical.
Mm,
Something that you really, hopefully you'll never need,
right.
but uh, could be a lifesaver,
Yeah,
especially if you are living abroad or maybe just planning a trip.
for sure.
We're talking about needing an ambulance,
Okay.
specifically in Mexico.
Interesting.
I know not exactly the most fun vacation planning
That's
topic,
right.
but trust me, this is knowledge that you'll be glad to have.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever find yourself in a medical emergency
Yeah,
in a foreign country.
absolutely.
And to help us navigate this, we've got some insights from Brett LaMar.
Oh, great.
He is an expert in expat health insurance, and he's been living in Mexico for over a decade.
Wow.
So he really knows his stuff.
He does.
One of the things that he really emphasizes,
Okay.
which seems really obvious,
Mm-hmm.
but can totally slip your mind
Oh, for sure.
in a stressful situation,
Of course.
is knowing your location.
Right.
I mean, like really knowing it.
Yeah.
Not just like,
Not just a landmark.
oh, use the big clock tower.
Exactly.
But being able to give a clear address in Spanish.
Like the actual address.
Including the cross streets.
Right.
Because that's how they do it in Mexico.
Yeah. So crucial.
So important.
Imagine trying to communicate
Oh, my gosh.
that you need help and you're like stressed out.
Yeah.
Maybe you're even in pain.
Yeah.
And you're trying to remember like all the Spanish vocabulary
Yeah.
So having that address getting down and readily accessible.
Yes.
Brett even suggests like sticking it on your fridge.
Oh, that's smart.
Such a simple thing.
Oh, I love that.
But it can save so much time.
Yeah.
And reduce confusion.
That fridge tip is genius.
Right.
It's like that saying, measure twice, cut once.
Wait a little.
Do the work up front.
Yeah.
So you're not like scrambling when every second counts.
Exactly.
But you know what really surprised me?
What's that?
Mexico has a 911 system.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
It might not be exactly what you're used to back home.
Right.
But it's definitely a valuable resource.
I have to admit, I was picturing something way more like rudimentary.
Like you had to send smoke signals or something.
Yeah, basically. I was way off.
No, 9/11 in Mexico covers a wide range of services.
Really?
Oh, yeah, like police, fire department,
Wow.
even animal control and noise complaints.
No, you never know. You might need that.
It's right. It's good to know. It's so versatile.
Yeah.
But in a real emergency, there are some things to be aware of.
Okay.
The 911 operator may not speak English.
Oh, right. Okay.
And response times can vary
Okay.
depending on your location and the nature of the emergency.
So it's free to use, which is great,
Yeah, that is a big plus.
but you might be waiting a bit,
You might.
depending on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I imagine that just adds to the stress
For sure.
of an already stressful situation.
Totally.
Yeah,
It's good to know what to expect.
it is.
And it's also important to understand that different responders
Oh, okay.
have different levels of equipment in training.
Interesting.
So the Red Cross, while essential, they generally have more basic supplies.
Yeah.
So if you need more advanced care,
Okay.
the bomberos, that's the fire department in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
They have more specialized training and equipment.
So it's like knowing which tool is right for the job.
Exactly.
Speaking of having options,
Yeah.
so we've got 911 there,
Mm-hmm.
but what about private ambulance companies?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Are those worth considering?
They can be.
Okay.
Going private can often be faster,
Okay.
especially if you've already researched a reputable company
Right.
and you have their number handy.
Yeah.
But of course it comes with a cost. So
Right.
you'll definitely want to check your insurance coverage beforehand.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
understand the financial implications.
For sure.
And it's worth noting that even contacting a hospital's ambulance directly
Yeah. Okay.
can still take time
Okay.
because sometimes there's transfers between departments.
Oh, right. Okay. Interesting. So whether it's 911 or a private ambulance,
Yeah.
having certain information ready is crucial.
Absolutely. So things like your ID, residency documents, insurance
Yes, of course.
card. Don't forget a list of medications,
Yes.
allergies,
Mm-hmm.
credit card,
Okay.
a local emergency contact,
Gotcha.
and the contact info for a family member.
Right.
Even if they're not in Mexico.
Wow, that's a lot to remember.
It is.
But good advice.
Yeah, Brett actually suggests keeping all of this
All of it.
in your wallet at all times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because you just never know
Yeah,
when an emergency might strike.
that's true.
And on that note, having a person of confidence
Okay.
who has access to your home and these crucial documents is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
They can act on your behalf if needed.
It's like having your own personal emergency response team.
Exactly.
That's great.
I love his suggestion, too, about pre-programming a private ambulance number into your phone.
Oh, that's so smart.
You feel like a secret agent.
I know, right?
But seriously, not all private ambulance companies are created equal.
Right, of course.
So how do you recommend listeners find a reliable one?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Brett emphasizes doing your research beforehand.
Okay.
So look for companies with like a strong reputation,
Right.
positive reviews, and transparent pricing,
That makes sense.
and reach out to other expats
Oh, good idea.
or local contacts for recommendations. Like,
Hmm.
don't wait until you're in a crisis to start searching.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
And it's probably a good idea to contact your insurance provider, too,
Oh, for sure.
and see if they have any preferred providers.
Absolutely. They can often guide you towards reputable companies
Right.
and help you understand what's covered under your plan.
So it's all about being prepared.
Exactly. Knowing what to expect and having these things in place can make all the difference
Yes.
in an emergency situation, not just in Mexico, but anywhere you might travel.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So to sum things up,
Okay.
preparation is key for handling a medical emergency abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Know your location,
Yes.
understand the 911 system,
Right.
research those private ambulance options,
For sure.
and have all that essential information readily available.
Absolutely.
And if you'd like more personalized advice, we highly recommend reaching out to Brett LaMar directly.
He's great.
Or you can visit his website.
Yeah.
It's brettlamar.com.
Perfect.
He is a wealth of information on all things related to expatriate healthcare.
He is.
And here's a thought to leave you with.
Okay.
What other aspects of healthcare or safety might we overlook when we're traveling or living abroad?
That's a good question.
Take some time to reflect on your own preparations.
Yeah.
It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Couldn't agree more.
Until next time, stay safe and informed.
Bye.